7 patterns. If you can spot them early, you can save yourself years of stress, thousands of dollars, and the kind of heartbreak that makes guys swear off relationships completely. I know, because I was the guy who ignored them. I moved too fast, brushed off obvious red flags, told myself she's different, and ended up burned, emotionally, financially, and socially. It took me a long time to realize it wasn't bad luck. It was predictable behavior I never learned to recognize. This isn't about hating women. This isn't about judging someone's past just to feel superior. These patterns can show up in anyone, men or women. But in this video, I'm talking to you as a man about the types of women who consistently drag guys into chaos. Most men only figure this out after moving in together, signing leases, co-signing loans, or having kids. You don't need to learn the hard way, because the patterns repeat. The names and faces change, but the behaviors are the same. And if you keep ignoring them, the ending is also the same. Anxiety, resentment, and being replaced the moment your usefulness drops. As we go through this, count how many of these you've already met, and be honest about whether you're dating one right now. She's always in a relationship. Scroll through her past and it's a chain of love of my life posts. 6 months of intensity, then silence, then a new guy. She talks like she values commitment, but what she really craves is the rush of the beginning. The butterflies, the obsession, the constant texting. The second it turns into real life, routine, conflict, responsibility, she feels the spark is gone and starts detaching. There are studies showing that people who can't stand being single are far more likely to bail than to fix things. That's her pattern. If she's cycled through a long list of serious relationships and never spent real time alone, don't tell yourself you're the exception. You're stepping into a revolving door, and it doesn't stop spinning just because you walked in. She says, "I had a crazy phase in my early 20s, but that's not me anymore. Back then it was clubs, messy hookups, reckless decisions. Now she says she wants stability and something real. I dated this type in my early 20s. The story was always the same. I'm done with that life. 6 months later, I'd see the same people, same parties, same behavior, just with a new caption. Can people grow up? Absolutely. But real growth isn't automatic with age. It comes with effort. Ask what actually changed. New friends, new habits, new environments. Any honest reflection or therapy? Or does she still live the same lifestyle, just with a new label? If her change is basically a rebrand with no real transformation behind it, she's not turning a new page. She's just trying a different costume. This woman collects male attention in real life. She has a lineup of guy friends and like brothers who text her constantly, flirt, compliment her, and obviously want more. When you question it, suddenly you are the issue. You're insecure, you're controlling. They're just friends. What's actually going on is simple. Her self-esteem is tied to knowing multiple men want her. You're the official boyfriend, sure, but the orbiters are her backup plans, her emotional crutch, and her constant ego boost. She vents to them when you argue. She keeps them warm with just enough attention so they never fully disappear. A woman who's ready for a real relationship doesn't need a bench of half-interested guys on standby. If this already sounds uncomfortably familiar, drop a 3 in the comments and think carefully about what that's costing you. With her, relationships and lifestyle are the same conversation. Her dating history is full of older, richer, higher status men. Her favorite stories involve trips, restaurants, and gifts, not shared struggle, loyalty, or growth. There's nothing wrong with wanting a driven, ambitious man, but pay attention to what she seems to value most in you. Does she get excited when you talk about your principles, plans, and character? Or does she mainly perk up about your job, your income, your car, your connections? You'll notice subtle tests early on. What do you do? What kind of guy are you, like lifestyle-wise? I could never be with someone who can't provide X. Ask yourself honestly, if you lost your money and status tomorrow, would she still choose you? Love can appreciate provision, but if her interest depends on what you can supply, that's not love. It's a contract. And contracts end the moment the terms aren't met. She has history inside your world. She dated your acquaintance, hooked up with a coworker, had a thing with someone who still shows up at the same events as you. Now she's with you. I dated a version of this once. Group hangouts got weird. Jokes died mid-sentence. Later I found out multiple guys in the room already had stories with her. Technically, everyone's allowed a past. But practically, this comes with consequences. You start feeling like the cleanup guy instead of the prize. Your friends know information about her you don't. And there's a reason none of them committed seriously. You're also gambling with your social comfort. Every birthday, every party, every trip can turn into a subtle reminder of who's been where. You're allowed to want a relationship that doesn't turn your whole social circle into constant, quiet tension. Some needs attention from men around her. Some needs attention from the entire internet. Her life is staged for the camera. Every outfit, every pose, every argument becomes a post or a story. Her followers are mostly men. Comments are fire emojis, heart eyes, "You're perfect," and she thrives on it. She'll tell you, "It's just for fun," or "It's my brand." But attention is a drug. Every like and DM is a hit, and you're trying to compete with thousands of micro-dopamine spikes just by being present and loyal. Ask yourself, if all her social media vanished for a month, would she still feel like herself? Or would she spiral? A woman who's truly ready for deep connection doesn't need an audience of strangers drooling over her every day to feel okay. If she consistently chooses public validation over private intimacy, believe that. This is the most dangerous type, not because of her past, but because of how she hides it. Timelines that don't quite match. Exes magically downgraded to "just someone I talked to." Years she skips over with, "It was a weird time, I don't want to get into it." Details that change depending on when and how you ask. The hardest breakup I ever had was with this type. Not because of what she did before me, but because I realized how much of what I believed about her was edited. Everyone has chapters they're ashamed of. That's normal. What's not normal is actively rewriting history to secure your commitment. When she deletes, minimizes, or twists key parts of her story, she's taking away your ability to choose with full information. And the truth always leaks. Through old posts, mutual friends, random slips. When it does, you don't just question an event. You question the entire relationship. Without honesty, nothing else you're building matters. Instead of chasing excitement and ignoring red flags, start screening for the opposite patterns. She can be single without collapsing or immediately lining up the next guy. Her past shows a few stable relationships, not an endless list of half-finished dramas. She respects boundaries with exes, co-workers, and social media. She doesn't need an audience to feel valuable. She tells the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. And be real. A healthy woman with options usually won't choose a man who's full of his own red flags. Your standards have to apply to you too. If this opened your eyes, hit subscribe. Drop a comment. How many of these 7 types have you run into? And which one cost you the most? Patterns don't lie. Use them to protect your time, your sanity, and your future. and to build with someone who truly deserves your commitment.